Hello and welcome to Chess Book Reviews 147. Just a few newcomers to thank, new members. Henry Andre Smith, Humayun Mirza, and Craig H. Thank you, all three. Very grateful to you. Now, what I'm going to be looking at are two books, one by and one about the Hungarian grandmaster, Lajos Portisch. Portisch is still alive. He is of mature years now, but the fact remains he's still a name in chess, very much so. This is a biography that came out about 50 years ago. I know that they had some problems because it was printed abroad, and they weren't really certain whether it would sell too well. I think it probably did reasonably enough. It says Hungarian international grandmaster, one of the outstanding chess players of our age. He was a born strategist and excellent tactician. He won numerous international tournaments and has finished among the top competitors in many other important events over a long period. And that's absolutely true. And this remains true until right up until recently. He did not burst into the international chess arena. He has steadily climbed in the world's rating list. That's right. It's interesting that a number of players, Polugevsky is an example of this, probably got upset because they weren't as good as Bobby Fischer. I don't think Portisch, who ever played him in a match, ever felt like that. I hope he didn't. His play has been characterized by careful chosen repertoire of openings, energetically controlled games, merciless punishment of opponents' mistakes, precise endgame techniques. Right, Varnush, the author of many internationally successful publications, presents Portisch's career together with his most interesting and instructive games. Yes, I'm sure that's true. Starts off with a little point of some biography. He has polished his style and unrivaled self-criticism and a great capacity for work. He was born in 1937. Yes, I thought as much. So he was a contemporary of Tal or Spassky. And it shows some games he played as a kid. Or one anyway. He became a master, first category player, and the semi-finals of the Hungarian Championship in the summer of 1954. This was the time just after the war when Szabo would have been the #1 player, and he took over from Szabo in about 1964-65. I dare say there was a healthy rivalry, but I don't really know. As I always like to do, this is an English descriptive notation, which older readers will have used, as I did. And as you can see, there's two columns down the center of the page. That's okay. The diagrams are a bit funny, bit sparse, but yeah, once you're concentrating on what you're looking at, I don't think it makes a great deal of difference. The book takes us up to just after when Fischer retired. It says 1975, so it was up until the crowning of Karpov in April 1975. There was 86 games, one against Pinter. Game 88 is against Larsen, a great rival for the #2 spot outside of the Soviet Union. He'd have been Robert Hubner would have been another contemporary who fought out for that position. Game against Ken Rogoff, the last game in the collection, and that's 90 games. And here it lists all his results from 1952. You can see that, with many firsts and first equals, I'm sure. In fact, it would be interesting to see. Monte Carlo only came 6th. The rest of them are thirds, seconds, and of course firsts. Yes, he played board 1, virtually everything he played in after Leipzig 1960. He was on board 2. As I said, he took over from Szabo until 1978, when no doubt the little Polgars came along. Lots of openings on show here. King's Indian, Grunfeld, Nimzo Indian, some Frenches to please me, and all sorts of Lopez's, and which we must come on to, and also Sicilians. Yes. So there we are. It's published by Batsford's. It's not in print anymore, but if you see it, get it. The book dealer will no doubt be pleased to sell you a copy for a certain price, and it's worth it. Looks good, doesn't it? The next book is a much more recent effort, and here he is, looking, I think the word is urbane, My Secrets in the Rui Lopez. It's major news when a legendary player reveals his opening secrets, and when he has rarely written about his games or preparation methods, and was famous for meticulous, ahead of his time opening analysis, it makes it a true publishing event. And it says it's just truly modern. It is. There we are. This book is published by Gambit. And if you want to get in contact with Gambit, which I recommend you do, www.gambitbooks, all one word, .com. And there you are. Or you can go to info, I-N-F-O, at gambitbooks, all one word, .com. This deals with exchange variation, old Steinitz defense, an early D3, the Carrez setup, modern Steinitz defense, delayed exchange variation, the central advance, and main lines. It also contains an index at the back. So there you have it. I'll give you some indication about what the pages look like. Larger diagrams than the preceding Varnouche book, but nevertheless. And here he is facing the one and only Robert James Fisher at Havana 66, in other words, the Olympiad. I'll show you some of the depth of analysis he goes into. Look at that. See? Look at all that text. Lots of diagrams. That's always important to me, but it is a point, isn't it? Lots of diagrams. And here he is being a much younger man, Christchuk. See that? On the left. Let's go to the back and have a look at the index. There's an index of variations, extremely detailed. Look at that. Wow. You'd while away a rainy afternoon reading all that, couldn't you? You can look up. It can help your preparation. Here he is in 1972, a very, very good year for chess, playing Mr. Walter Brown. How about that? Lots of very, very high quality games in here. Mark Hebden playing Mickey Adams. It's not all games by. See the two English grandmasters down in the corner there on the right hand page. London 1989. And this is a Gambit book, as I said. You might appreciate 159 pages, large pages after all. I very, very much recommend this book. But you won't learn the Lopez from scratch. But if you're already a Lopez buff, this is a good one to get. I recommend it. Well, thank you for your time. Short and sweet. This has been Chess Book Reviews 147. Please like and subscribe down below. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye. And thank you again.